All right, so we sort of passed our lateral inspection and getting our trenches inspected for the electrical and water on the other side of the house. First thing the inspector wanted to see was the city stamped drawings, which I did not have. I had the drawings that were approved, they just were not the city stamped copy. So I need to download and print that and get it re-inspected with those present. And then he also said he wanted to see the sand or granular bedding 4 inches deep around my sewer pipes. So I think a different inspector said that it could be clean fill, but this one wants the granular, and that makes sense. He wants it to have no voids underneath the pipe, and granular can kind of flow in there better, and you compact that really well, and the pipe shouldn't move, and the ground should be solid, no settling. So this goes under a driveway here, and I asked him if I could get sand and fix this driveway so that we can have people driving in here and out of here again, because there's a house back there. And he said yes, that's fine to finish this driveway section, but take pictures and get it re-inspected for the other section with the city approved plan. So we're gonna do that. I got sand today. This 12-foot trailer barely can handle 2 yards of sand, and the 4Runner with the I-Force V8 can barely handle that going up the hill, but it's working. For our water pressure test, we had to plug one of these, plug the 4-inch new sewer lateral as far on the end of the new work as possible. So what I have here is a clean out, a two-way clean out for the main house lateral, and where I tied into the clay on both sides, it's 4-inch clay. I have a clean out that's only for that line, and then our ADU line 45s and goes down into the main lateral from the house before it goes into the city main. And as you see, there's no S here, there's an S over there, so they messed that up. So this is at the very corner of the property, and right at the edge is where they want the clean outs. So we will have that clean out is as close this way as I can get it, because there's something in that conduit. I don't know exactly what it is, if it's cable or what, but something for the back house back there probably. There was electric lines all through here. That was a pain to dig around. And that electrical and gas, there's gas there too. We never ran into the gas, fortunately. Goes back to the back house there on the left side through our property, which has an easement here. But our ADU is going to get the power from the new dual meter panel on the main house there. And so he passed those as well. We had 18 inches between the top of the pipes, electrical and sewer, to grade. And then the water is in the shared trench with the electrical just on either side of the 12-inch trench. And it was flexible copper, ran all the way, and he passed that. So at this point, we're gonna put sand, 4-inch bedding layer of sand in all of the trench, which is all of this, and then pavement patch for patching this driveway. We're gonna completely redo this driveway in probably the next year after we get the ADU done. But as you can see, there's no leaks. It was full of water up there in that tall standpipe, and I've got bricks holding the pipe down in place, and we easily had a quarter inch of fall per foot. And got to have a clean out every 100 feet. So we've got two-way clean out right there at about 80 feet from the ADU and 80 feet from the street or so, maybe 90 feet. And then we've got our clean out here next to the house. There's one on the other side as well. And then he said this all looks fine. And I did these long bends like I think I showed on a short, but you hook up the 2-inch gray PVC to the exhaust of the excavator and rev up the engine on the excavator, just put it up higher RPMs, and engine gets hot and the pipe starts to get soft. And as soft as you want the pipe, you just take it off and lay it into place where you want it. And you have to be careful not to get the bell end too hot, because it'll shrink and contract too small to get over the end of a pipe if you do that. So I made sure to not get that part too hot, but the rest of it I got hot. So I would put this on the far end, farthest away from the exhaust, the bell end I mean. So we're ready to use our new to us compactor, Bomag BT86. It's from like 1996, but it still runs. And we got that for $500 on Facebook Marketplace. And that'll be huge for compacting all these trenches. If that compactor works for 3 days, then it's basically paid for itself, because it's like $150 or $130 to rent one of those for a day. So if I just get a few days of use out of it, it'll pay for itself. And that's kind of how we're doing a lot of the tools, like the excavator. So we've used that so many days, and if I were to rent, that would have easily been $10,000 to $20,000, and we paid $22,000 for it. So it'll be great when we can sell it and recoup some of that cost. So now I get to refill all of these trenches.